Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are learning about how to host or deploy your web application or mobile application on Render. Render is a cloud application platform that allows you to host or deploy your applications more faster and with ease. If you are a developer or part of a development team looking to host or deploy application more faster and with ease, then Render is for you. In this tutorial, we will cover 1. How to create a new project. 2. How to connect your Git repository to Render. 3. How to deploy your apps live in just some few clicks. And then 4. Some few tips to enhance or optimize your deployment. Without wasting much time, join me, let's start. What we are going to do is to register first. So we go to sign in or get started. I already have an account. If you don't have an account, just go to get started and then you create an account. But I will go to sign in. So since I have an account, I'll use my Google account to log in, and then yes, so this is what you see in the beginning. What we have to do is we have to create a project. To create a project, we click here on the your name's workspace, and then you create a new workspace. Render tutorial. Yep, you can choose a plan. I'll just take the free plan and I'll create my workspace. So now my workspace is already created. So what I would have to do is I have to host a web server first. So I'll go to the web server and then I'll host it. So I already have my GitHub connected to the Render. But if you don't have, you see an option here that you have to connect your GitHub to, like your Render to GitHub. All your repositories will be in here, and then you have to select one of them to deploy. So I'll select my backend first, and let's go to our repository, and then since I'm using the backend, this is my backend. So this is not supposed to be there, but let's leave it for now because it's just a tutorial. So this is what I'm going to, like, my root directory. This is my root directory, so I'll just use, okay, so I'll select the node language, and then the branch is main because I'm working on the main branch, and then I'll just select like any of these, but let me just leave it to Oregon. And here I would select the root directory. So the root directory, I can just leave it like that because it's here. Yeah, that is the root directory. So the moment it enters, it can look into it and then select my server.js. So after that, I prefer using pnpm. So it will install pnpm, pnpm, and then I'll run the server, that is my server.js, node server.js, and then I'll select the free version. And then if you have variables that you want to, .env files that you want to connect to external servers or anything like that, you can do it here. You can just copy them and then put it here, and then you save it, and then let's deploy. Okay, so now it's it will try to install my package, and then before it will deploy. So let's see how it's going. Okay, it has successfully run my pnpm, so all my packages has been installed. So now we are in the deploying state. Okay, let's just hope for the best. So server running on 5001. So it's still in progress. Okay, so it's still in progress, and then now we have it live. So we can view it from here, and then it will just tell us, okay, it cannot get this. So let's see what's going on. Okay, API data, let me see. Okay, so when you enter your endpoint, you could see that you have your outputs here. That is exactly what we expected. So that is it. So it has been successfully hosted. So now what we are going to do is we are going to connect our front. We are going to now host our front end as well, and then we are going to also connect the front end to the back end. So what we are going to do now is we are going to pick this this URL. So we pick this URL, and then we move to our GitHub, the front end. We move to our GitHub front end, and then we go to the source, and we look into our app.js, and then this is where we have to change something. So we have to change it to our new URL. So what I'll do is I'll just click here, and then I'll change the endpoints. Yeah. So when I'm done, I'll just commit it, and so now we are done with our back end. Let's come back to our front end. So now we are done with our front end. So let's come back to our back end. So I'll add a static, and then I'll go to front end, and then you can see that in here we have our repository. So the same thing, they have already placed it there for us, src, so we don't need to put it there again. Src, so we don't need to put it there again. So I would use pnpm because it's faster, and then I'll leave it like this, and then leave it like this. And if I have a variable, or if you have a variable, you can put it there, and then you can, okay, so that is it. That is my project. So yeah. So when you're done, you just click on deploy static site, and then let's see how it goes. Okay, it's still processing. Okay. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe and click the notification button to get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you. Okay, so our site is officially live now. So let me see how it goes. Yeah, so I'll just click here and then copy. Yep, so it's live now. I'll just click here and copy, and then I would set it here. And see what happens. Okay, so we have our website now, which is officially live, but what is missing is the back end. So unfortunately the back end is not able to connect. So what I'll do is I'll try to find out why it's not able to connect. So because we want to have this information inside the front end. So what we have to do, let me see if it is still on. Okay, so unfortunately this is down. So what I'll do is I will go back to, since this is up, I'll just go back to our workspace. Okay, so this is the front end. Okay, so this is the back end, which says it's deployed, but let's see. Okay, so now it's up, and then our front end is now successfully connected to the back end. So that is how you easily deploy your application, both front and back end, on the web for free. So you would have something like this, and for most of the time, if you have a client, you can host it here, and then they would have a look. Thank you for watching this video, and kindly subscribe, click the notification button to get notified whenever I post a new video, and see you in our next one.